Alright, in this lesson we're going to talk about direct inward dials, also called DIDs. So basically what this means is that it's a telephone number that rings to a certain extension if you want. If you have a main DID, it would ring to the main extension group. So if you have a particular situation where you have one DID you want to ring to one individual, you would handle that right here under outside lines. So click outside lines. This is really rare that we do anything with this section because it's analog lines, but we'll talk about this in another training. But you'll see here we have a direct inward dial block, right? So all that means is we have a block right here. This number has 4 numbers associated with it, and this number here only has 1 number associated with it. It's tied to a routing plan 1. That's what's important, because if we modify this, we'll see there's really not much information in here other than what we see. But when it says routing plan 1, we come down to direct inward dial routing plans and click the details of that routing plan. So you'll see that we have available extensions. So if you wanted to route this to another individual, or if you wanted to change how they're routed, like this DID right here would now go to Matt Morley. Right? You hit update, you're done, DID's been routed. And that's as simple as it is, but one thing to remember, if you added a DID, for instance, so if you said 719 352 5555, and it's only one number, and this is going to one salesperson, for instance. See how it created another routing plan here at the bottom, so routing plan 3. So you click details of that, and now you can route it to the salesperson in your organization, or whoever that's going to. Update, you're done. One important thing to remember, if this is like an executive suite and you have to answer the phone differently for certain DIDs, or if it's a company that has dual business channels or multiple business channels, when you modify this and you change this, you could say this is for company B. So whenever the person that answers that phone sees it coming in, it's coming into company B. So they'll see it on their phone and like, oh, I have to answer the phone a certain way. So you can also do it this way to route calls based on different business channels. One more important thing to remember in this routing calls, we just added a DID right here, right? So our SIP proxy at the bottom is not going to know about that. So we have to modify the SIP proxy, come to the very bottom, and see how that's not checked. That's a new number we just added. So check that, update it. Go to the secondary SIP proxy, because we usually have a redundant one, and make sure these are all checked as well. And this is how you route calls with a DID.